morning everybody, and welcome back to another video. Now obviously, as you can see, I'm in my car, so I'm out and about, not doing any walking today because I've got there's a couple of things I'm wanting to do. First off, I'm going to a recycling centre to get rid of some stuff that I've had for quite a few years that I don't need. I don't use them. And that, so they're going off to be recycled, and then I'm going off to Carlisle to Computer Exchange. I'm actually trading some stuff in this time round. I'm not. I mean, I will be buying, but I'm trading some stuff in. So hopefully, I'll get hopefully, I'll be able to come back. I'll be back with some Blu-rays that I'll go through. When we get back to the hotel. But I just wanted to stop in this particular area because. In my Latrig video, I spoke about a mountain called Blencathra, and that's also called Saddleback. But it's more commonly known as Blencathra. And I thought I would actually show you what this mountain looks like. It's just starting to cloud over a little bit now. I've been trying to get this part of this video right, but I've done a few takes, but I wasn't happy with them, so I'm just going to have to get onto this quickly. So I'll just turn this around so that you can see this for yourselves. Now there you can see Blencathra in all of its glory. I could find a different viewpoint, but I'm fairly happy with this. It's starting to spot a little bit with rain and that, but it's you know, it's a decent enough thing of it. So there you go, there's Blencathra, guys. Yeah, let's say I'm on the A66 at the moment. Actually, getting back to something about this, I probably will be doing this walk fairly soon. Nope, don't. Why have you decided to do that? Okay, right, let's get the windscreen wipers going. There we go, there she is. Right, get that off. So yes, there is Blencathra, guys. But yeah, I'm going to get round to doing this walk. I'm going to get round to doing that walk at some point when it gets nice. So yes, I don't know when it will be, but it should be in the next couple of months when we start getting some decent weather. When it comes to weather, Keswick doesn't really have an awful lot to offer when it comes to the sun. We get a lot of rain here, and in some of the places that I will be showing you in future videos to come, you'll understand why. So yes, so I'm just going to spin round. And there we go. So yeah, I would have gotten out the car to do it. I would have gotten out the car to do this, but as you could see, it's just starting to rain now, and the road's busy as well. So you probably wouldn't be able to hear me properly. So yeah, that's like I say, that's Blencathra. Now, when we've been on the A66, I spoke about that in my Latrig video. It connects the northeast of England to the northwest of England now, which is out my way, going back to where I'm from originally in Workington, you know, that sort of thing. So yeah, that's it for this part, guys. So I'll see you in a sec. So guys, now I am back in my room at the hotel. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I am going to be really honest. I did go to Carlisle as I planned after I've been to the recycling centre, and I went and did what I had to do. I came out of the shop, and then I realised I have not done any recordings, and I thought, oh damn. So here I am. So I've got a few things here. I've had an absolute field day. The gods have really been looking over me today, because I've picked up some pretty decent stuff here. I've got quite a few steel books. I wouldn't say necessarily a few. I've got 5 steelbooks now, and I've spent roughly around about £70, maybe 80, with £60 of that roughly just off what I traded in. So the first thing I have for you guys is Zodiac, which I believe is actually an out of print now. But yes, this is a film that I actually haven't seen, and this actually came recommended by Chris Stuckman. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this. It's a David Fincher film starring Jake Gyllenhaal, who I do like as an actor and it also stars Robert Downey Jr., which I believe may have been his last film before he signed on to do the Iron Man films in 2008. So yes, that is one movie I am seriously looking forward to watching. I love David Fincher's movies. I think they're great. The next one I have for you is the movie Hannah with Eric Bana and Cate Blanchett. And who I don't know how to pronounce that name, and the girl on the front. Yes, really cool film. I actually quite enjoyed this. It's got a bit of an odd ending to it, but nonetheless I thought it was pretty cool. The next one I have is the original Omen from 1976, I think. Yes, 1976, with Gregory Peck and some. I don't remember. It doesn't have a cast. It doesn't have a cast list on here. But yeah, really cool film. I do like this film. I always have. It didn't really hit me as a horror film. I found this more of a psychological film more than anything else. But yeah, that's the Omen, guys. The next one I have is one that I've been kind of curious of. This one stars Jennifer Lawrence, Robert De Niro, and Bradley Cooper, and that is Joy. Now I've heard a lot of good things about this. So if any of you lot out there have seen this, let me know let me know what you think of it in the comments box. I'll be really appreciated. Thank you very much. So then the next one I have for you lot is the TV series, is the first series of Homeland with Claire Danes and Damian Lewis. Now I only got about 3 episodes into this, so I don't really remember a huge amount about it, but I'm looking forward to getting back into this if I can. So yeah, that's Homeland series 1. The next one I have is a film that I think is quite underrated. It's Nicolas Cage and Knowing. Now again, I can remember going to the cinema to see this when it came out, and I was pleasantly surprised about this, but I didn't like the ending to this film. I think it fell very short and was very rushed. But yes, that's Knowing, guys. Next one I have is probably one of my favourite films with Mickey Rourke in, and that is The Wrestler. I love this film. It is so good. Basically about Mickey Rourke's character, who's trying to reconnect with his long lost daughter, and yeah, his health's basically deteriorating in this film, and he goes soul searching basically, and has one last match before he retires and does everything else. But this is really worth checking out if you haven't seen this, everybody. That's The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke. Probably one of his best performances I've ever seen him in. So the next one I have is Valkyrie with Tom Cruise. This is the true story of the attempted assassination of Adolf Hitler, I believe. I have actually seen it, but I don't remember a huge amount about the story behind this, and I don't remember an awful lot about the events that actually made the film possible. So I'm going to check it out again, and I might do a section on, I might do a video specifically on this, with it being a true story about some of the events unfolding in World War II. And the last one of the regular Blu-rays I've got is Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans in The Last Boy Scout. Now, I've only seen bits and pieces of this on the TV. Never got round to watching it all the way through from start to finish. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. If anybody's got any thoughts on this, let me know in the comments. Again, I'll be appreciated. I'd like to see what you guys think of anything that I've got that I've bought today. So now I'm going on to the steelbooks I bought. Now, like I say, I've had a field day with this. So first off, I'm going to go with the one that I bought from HMV, because I've been to Computer Exchange as well, with having to trade. With me trading in my Nintendo Wii and all the games. And I've not taken this out of the cellophane just yet. I'm just going to take the price off there because it's a bit fugly, and that is the Justice League. Now, I know a lot of you guys have got very mixed reviews about this. I went to the cinemas. I wasn't that overly impressed myself, but I wasn't that overly impressed with it myself. But as it's a DC movie, I had to buy it for the collection, basically. Now, I actually have a mixed bag of formats when it comes to my DC collection. I've got regular DVD formats. I've got Blu-ray, and now I'm starting with the steelbooks, so there should be a few more to come from that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that if I get chance to give it a second, if I give it a chance with a second watch. So the next ones I have is I've picked up the first one of the second one of the 5 that I picked up. These other ones, again, Computer Exchange buys. Oh, excuse me, sorry. The next one is The Butterfly Effect. Now, I've only watched this once since it's been out on release. Even from the cinemas, I've only ever watched it the once, and I thought it was an absolute cracking film. A really great time travel movie. So yeah, that's The Butterfly Effect. I really like the artwork in this. Let's open this up here. We've just got basically stills from the movie in this, so yeah. But I really like what they've done with the front and the back of there with the net of human nerves and all that sort of thing. I think that's really cool. Kind of reminds me of not exactly, but with the colours and that, kind of reminds me of the Steelbook of Life. I think they'll probably look quite cool together if I do put them together. The next one is Man on Fire with Denzel Washington. Again, can't go wrong with a bit of Denzel. I think he's excellent. Christopher Walken is also in this, along with Dakota Fanning and Ryder Mitchell. Mickey Rourke, God, I forgot he was in this, and Rachel Ticotin from Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger, the 1991 movie, not the garbage pile of Colin Farrell and Kate Beckinsale. Next one I have, I actually have these next two, so I'm going to be trading the original ones in. The first one I've got is Real Steel. you can see that. There we go. There we go. Right there. I love the artwork on this. Is awesome. I've not opened this up yet, but I can't see it being. Yeah, again, it's just stills from the movies, but if you can see that artwork there, that is so cool. It really is. Love it. Yeah, so that's real steel. And the last one I have is probably the one I've been looking for quite. I've actually been looking for quite some time, which is why I said earlier on that I think the gods have been looking after me on this one, and that is Pacific Rim in 3D. Obviously the Steelbook edition. I love the artwork on this. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It also has it also has the picture of Gypsy Danger on the back there, with, I think, is it? No, it isn't. It's, I think all that is all the grids on there, representations on how big she is. Yeah, I think that's what it is. But yeah, I really like the artwork on that. I just think that is absolutely I just think that's absolutely cracking. It really is. So yeah, those are my pickups for today, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. If you did like this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you like, and make a comment on any of the titles that I've bought today. And it's me gonna do my pleasantries now, guys, and I'll catch you next time.